E fala galera, beleza? Roxferyon voltando com Vampyr. Nosso vampirão maltrapilho. Estamos level 4. Eu fiz o favorzinho de usar a bancada, já podia usar a bancada. E no entanto, o que o brother aqui fez? Gastou as peças. Fiquei brincando de escolher dar mais dano ou dar mais dano ou deixar a arma mais rápido. Enfim. Aqui é o baú, a gente pode retirar algumas balas. Ou simplesmente sair. Bom, vamos lá. A gente estava no encalço do vampiro. Estamos basicamente alimentados. Pronto, estamos alimentados. Aqui é uma mancha. Ali é fogo. O rastro nos leva. Ô louco, viado. O cara tá ali. Ele é... Ah, então dá certo. Ah, mas é dinheiro que ele tá dando. Isso aqui então vai ser que nem Dark Souls. Tá muito parecido com Dark Souls. Porque, bem, basicamente a gente foi pro esconderijo e a gente adormeceu, né? E nisso eles reapareceram, os caras. Tá todo mundo aqui de novo. E eu comecei dali agora, então, ou seja, tá um pouquinho mais complicado. Eu vou derrotar esses caras de novo. Já que visto que vai ter ratinhos pra gente nos alimentar sempre. Então, pronto, tá tudo cheio. Pronto, agora que tá tudo cheio, pegamos alguns itens. E acabamos de desbloquear uma conquista. 5 rastros de sangue. Eu sei que tá mandando entrar ali, mas...
It's locked.
Tá. Ixi, mas é um puta rastro de sangue também, né?
Fresh blood. The whole building reeks of it. The scent is so strong it makes me dizzy.
Coroi, viado, olha isso. Tem uma poça aqui. Peguei bastão de chumbo. Tem mais pra cá.
Oh dear God, not again. William, please.
This creature is bedeviled. I must put it down.
Caralho, viado! Eu nem sei fazer isso, chato. Hahaha, brother. É nóis. Tá. O cara tá meio morto ali, mas não é isso que eu quero. Mano, o que foi que esse cara fez aqui dentro, velho? Empalou gente aqui.
William was an honorable man. I could have saved him.
Mr. Hampton, are you in there?
I knew him well, another lost soul, a kindred spirit.
Sir, listen to the sound of my voice. I'm a doctor. You're suffering from shock.
I must return to my flock. They'll stray without me.
Remember, certain skulls are every bit as resistant as we are.
Who are you? What do you mean by skull?
You truly are a newborn. I should have realized.
Wait. You are the woman from the bar. Are you like me? Can you help me?
I believe, sir, I already have.
Ela é rápido.
By George and the Saints, you've solved the mystery of these terrible murders. Patience, good fellows, I've come to offer help. Just give me a moment to secure my boat. We can leave this awful place.
William was not the evil man they claimed. He was just taken by the thirst. He needed his drink.
This man requires medical attention. We'll see he gets to the nearest hospital.
No, please, I must tend to my fold. My flock needs me.
There, sir. Go with the good Dr. Swansea. He's resourceful, and I'm sure he'll take good care of you.
You'd best come as well. The sun is soon to rise, and you'll need a place to rest.
I just need a moment. If I can learn something about what has happened to William, I'll be a step closer to understanding what happened to me.
Tá. Talvez seja dando aquela oportunidade de dar uma segunda olhada no ambiente, mano.
This poor creature can't be my maker. Could it be some subspecies of vampire? I must find a place to analyze the blood.
Where are we headed?
We're on our way to the Pembroock Hospital. It's just across the canal. They'll have a bed for poor Mr. Hampton.
William was... What manner of creature was he?
Predator, prey, villain, and victim. Who can say? The important thing is that he's been stopped.
Duly noted. And the woman? What... Who is she?
What woman?
Oh, don't play me for a fool. You used me to locate that skull. You must know who she is.
And I thought you a gentleman. You shouldn't talk about a lady behind her back, but I will tell you she values her privacy. For London as peaceful as she appears from the middle of the canal. If only that were the reality of the situation.
To be honest, I've always tried to avoid this part of town.
Pembroke Hospital is the last bastion between the rest of London and the epidemic. The flu has decimated the East End and the war still rages. Welcome to the front lines of a plague.
This is where you work, Dr. Swansea?
I am the administrator of Pembroke Hospital.
I thought you were here in service of your mysterious order, the Brotherhood of...
Of St. Paul's Stole, yes. But first and foremost, I'm a man of science. A physician, like yourself, Dr. Reed.
How do you know who I am?
No need for modesty. You are Dr. Jonathan Reed. A surgeon of some caliber and renown, if I'm not mistaken.
You are correct, sir.
I knew it! I had my suspicions. But when you took the blood sample from the corpse of poor William, I was certain. Dr. Reed. Marvelous.
Have we met?
I attended 3 of your seminars before the war. I have the utmost admiration for your research. And what a turn of fate. England's most esteemed blood specialist returns to London a vampire.
word again. From a so-called man of science.
I understand. Traditionally, the role of science is to refute myth, but when myth walks among us, the Brotherhood of St. Paul has dedicated its purpose to their study. There's so much for you to learn.
Of that, you are right.
Well, then let me be blunt. Join my staff at Pembrook Hospital. As a physician. I suspect you'll not find a better post of employment to contemplate your predicament.
This is sudden. I was returning home to see my sickly mother. But alas, that was before contracting this affliction.
Dr. Reed, take a moment to consider. The post would be for the night shift, providing a good explanation for your absence during daylight hours. You'll be adequately reimbursed, and have a place to hide. I even had the forethought to bring some clean clothes. So, what do you say?
It seems I have little choice, but yours is a generous offer, so I thank you.
Brilliant! Oh, Jonathan, this is one for the book, and the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Dr. Swansea, thank goodness. I was beginning to be concerned.
Worry no more, Nurse Crane, for I bring good news.
Oh, Doctor, what a night. We lost 2 more patients. Nurse Scow said she couldn't take it anymore and resigned.
Yes, well, I'll make a new rota in the morning. In the meantime, find a good bed for Mr. Hampton. Be sure to pay attention to his needs.
Of course, Doctor.
Oh, and Dorothy,
Yes, Doctor?
Dr. Reed here has just returned from the front. He served King and Country and will be joining us here at Pembrook. We're very lucky to have gained a surgeon of his talent, and one so experienced in blood transfusions.
That is good news indeed, Doctor.
Oh, yes. Here at Pembrook, it's not what we have, but what we haven't. It's only thanks to Nurse Crane and the staff that our ship doesn't sink. If you have any questions, just ask her.
Duly noted. Thank you.
Your assistance is required, Dr. Swansea, immediately.
Welcome aboard, Jonathan. We'll catch up after my rounds. Coming, Nurse Crane. I'm coming.
Ele acabou de nos dar emprego. Tem uma atualização de missão aqui. Leve-me para um hospital. Aceitei a ajuda do Dr. Swansea. Trabalharei no hospital Pembroock. Não tenho escolha, ele sabe da minha condição, o que me tornei um vampiro. Mal posso acreditar, não sei nada sobre esse estabelecimento médico isolado. Todos aqui terão a minha antiga imagem em mente. Jonathan e Hyde, o famoso cirurgião. Tenho de mentir para todos, para os pacientes, para a equipe, e esse é meu novo lar, onde me esconderei de todos que estão atrás de mim, onde me esconderei de todos até entender melhor o que está acontecendo. Entre no hospital Pembrook, é a minha próxima missão. No capítulo Quarentena, a gente terminou a sede eterna e agora estamos no Leve-me para o hospital. Bom, trancado.
I cannot enter.
Como já era esperado.
It's my turn.
Tá, faz parte do script.
Each heart contains the seeds of life. Drink at this river, try it all. Gosh, that hurts. Oh, come on, you bastard. I won't bite.
Sir, please. You've lost too much blood. Calm yourself.
You think I didn't notice? Stop your staring and get me to an hospital, you arse!
Seja mais educado, por gentileza.
Insulting a good Samaritan. Not exactly the way to get rescued.
Alright, sorry. I am in pain here. Me guts are spilling out onto the street and you're yabbering on.
Yes. That's a very nasty wound you've got there. Take my word, I am a doctor. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Name's Clay Cox. I'd appreciate you helping me to a better place, Doc.
Follow me, Mr. Cox. Let me assist you to that better place.
Qualidade do sangue. A qualidade do sangue indica quanta XP você receberá de um cidadão em particular. Quanto maior a qualidade do sangue, mais XP você recebe. Enfeitiçar. Para beber o sangue de sua presa, primeiro precisa enfeitiçá-la e atraí-la para um local afastado de outras pessoas. Seu nível de enfeitiçar deve ser igual ou superior à resistência do cidadão. Aperte LB para enfeitiçar Clay.
Bring this fading light into the shadows. Dance with him the dance of life and death.
Siga o rastro vermelho para conduzir sua presa para as sombras. Tentação do sangue. Aperte A para abraçar Clay ou B para libertá-lo. Abraçar Clay lhe concederá um grande bônus de XP, mas esteja ciente de que haverá consequências. Aprender mais sobre os cidadãos e coletar pistas desde que deles aumenta o ganho de experiência.
No more. Not tonight. Not like this. I will not take another life.
E aí, Clay, melhor, cara? Não?
Whoa, I feel giddy.
Deixa eu ver o resto do caminho aqui. Bom, eu escolhi não abraçar o Clay.
It is wise for the huntsman to sometimes let his prey go, but no famished hunter can run for long.
Quer dizer que porque eu não abracei ele, eu vou... Cara, tá parecendo que eu fui ameaçado aqui, de alguma forma. Ah, já que, tipo assim, já que você não abraçou ele, se prepare para se tornar uma presa.
Doctor, where have you been? I've little time to play hide and seek with new staff members, no matter how illustrious they may be.
I found a wounded man by the docks. He answers to the name of Clay Cox. He requires urgent medical attention.
Already making the rounds? That's the Pembrook spirit. I'll ask our porter, Milton, to bring him back immediately.
Thank you, nurse. What can I do for you?
Dr. Swansea insisted we provide you a quiet office. You'll find it on the second floor with your name on the door.
Thank you. Nurse Crane, isn't it?
Yes, Dorothy Crane. Welcome to Pembroke Hospital, Dr. Reed. Your office has been prepared.
Legal. Mas eu tenho algumas perguntas.
I would like to ask a few questions first.
Dá pra ver sobre ela? Dá, pera aí. Qualidade de sangue. Cara, 2000 XP, que legal. Tem 3 pistas para desbloquear nela, tá bom. Ela é um pilar, né? Estado grave. Como está o Sr. Hampton?
And Mr. Hampton, the patient we brought in. How does he fare?
I gave him a sedative to help him sleep. Poor thing was in quite a state of shock.
Certo. E me explica mais sobre o doutor.
What kind of man is Dr. Swansea?
Well, you accepted the job from him. I thought you would have known about your employer.
É que a gente foi brevemente apresentado.
Apologies, I've only just met him the once. This is sudden. I've only just returned to England.
Dr. Swansea is a brilliant surgeon and the most compassionate physician.
Que ele me conhece mais do que eu conheço ele.
It's right to assume Dr. Swansea knows far more about me than I do about him.
You'll get to know him soon enough, and better than me. The administrator has better things to do than mix with us.
E onde é a minha sala mesmo?
If you could point me in the direction of my room again, nurse.
Second floor of the hospital, left after the stairs. It's the last vacant office at the end of the corridor.
É melhor que isso.
Thank you, Nurse Crane.
É um desconhecido, vamos falar com ele, né? Primeiro vamos roubar aqui suas coisas. E agora sim a gente fala com ele.
Good evening, sir.
So it is true. The famous Dr. Reed has joined us. I can't think of any better news during these terrible times.
Do we know each other?
Actually, yes. We met once before, at the Rockefeller University in New York.
Dr. Tippett, yes, I remember. I was assisting Professor Carell in his research about coronary bypasses. He had nothing but praise for you.
He was also very confident about your future. And look at you now. Eminent surgeon and blood transfusion specialist.
Tá. Como estão as coisas por aqui?
What is the Pembrooke hospital situation? And please, speak freely.
This hospital is not exactly the best of London. I'm sure you are used to working in a better environment.
Não, mas pessoas são mais importantes.
It's more than enough. In any case, the personnel of a hospital are much more important to me than the building.
Don't be misled by appearances, Dr. Reed. This hospital does not lack talented people. It just lacks hope.
E a equipe?
What can you tell me about the staff in the hospital?
Some are really good, and others are not so good. But during this troubled period, there is no time for slander. I prefer to focus on the positive character traits.
Legal. Que lado positivo?
Tell me more about cherished people, then.
Nurse Brannigan is a pearl. She is the most helpful and dedicated nurse I've ever worked with. A clever and cheerful woman.
You really seem to admire her skills.
Realmente?
I'll go even further. If she was a man, she would be a damn fine practitioner.
E administração?
Any opinion about the management?
I don't always agree with Dr. Swansea's reserve, but I must admit he does all he can to keep this facility running during this crisis.
Ah, yes, the burden of command. I was fed up with this concept while serving as a medical officer.
Don't get me wrong. Swansea's a good administrator. I just wish he would get out of his office now and again.
Deixa eu ver o que é que eu vi lá. Eu desbloqueei uma pista. Corcoran está convencido de que Gwent Brannigan teria grande potencial como médica. Ah, legal. Ele dá 1500 XP. Círculo social é essa aqui, a Gwent Brannigan. A gente ainda não conheceu ela. Mas ela ainda aparece aqui. Já foi. Valeu. Deixa eu ver. Sua vida em Londres. Já vi isso aqui. Perguntas pessoais. Não tem pistas.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett.
Que porra é essa, viado?
How can I be sure I'll not find your unconscious body in the house again?
I promise you'll not find my unconscious body.
For God's sake, how can you say such a thing?
How can you refuse to listen? I tried to warn you for so long.
No, I won't let my only son die. You promised me you'll stay alive.
Your son lied to you, like the whole world lies to us.
Caralho, viado, que isso? Mortimer Goswick, estado de saúde desconhecido. Mortimer queria tirar a própria vida. Tá, ele tá tentando se matar. Dá pra ver alguma coisa daqui? Não, esse tá ok. A brincadeira foi só aquele ali mesmo. Oi!
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm new here.
I've already heard about you, Dr. Reed. I'm Milton Hooks, the ambulance driver for this shithole of a hospital.
That's quite a blunt introduction, Mr. Hooks.
You can call me Milton. I like to speak my mind, Dr. Reed. Perk of the job. Don't judge me, and I won't judge you.
I'm not sure I understand what you're talking about.
Well, I'm no doctor, but I'm pretty sure a gun can't be used as a surgical instrument.
You have a keen eye. I learned to shoot during the war, and have carried one ever since. Old habits die hard.
No need to explain, Dr. Reed. And if you ever need a better gun, remember, I may have something for you.
Quer dizer que ele tem coisas de arma? Como é que foi sua vida em Londres?
So what do you do exactly in this hospital? Apart from smuggling guns, I mean.
I've been an ambulance driver since... too long, I guess. I bring sick people here night and day. It's a dirty job, but I get it done. Most of the time.
Yeah.
It sounds like things have been a bit rough recently. What's happened?
Yesterday I got attacked by the patient I was bringing here. I escaped through the hospital's garden, but I lost my wallet when I was running.
You left an infected patient outside the hospital? That's incredibly dangerous.
Go there yourself if you want, but be careful, Doctor. I'd rather not bring your dead body back.
Já olho lá.
Since you're on the front line, how is the sanitary situation in this vicinity?
It's a complete disaster. It's even getting dangerous to enter some streets or buildings. Even the locals attack you.
How is the situation around here?
You want to hear the situation is all right? It's fucking awful. We lack everything, and it's getting worse every day.
Tá chatinho ele.
Are you really smuggling weapons through the hospital?
And why not? I've already been attacked by patients, you know. And by gang members willing to steal my money.
But you're not defending yourself. You're selling guns to civilians.
You keep people alive your own way, Doctor. I offer them another way to protect their health.
É uma boa explicação, eu acho. Perguntas pessoais. Né?
I'd like to see your goods.
Wise choice, Dr. Reed. A reliable gun is what everybody needs these days.
Vamos lá. Carinha, 315. Onde é que eu vejo quanto é que eu tenho aqui? 96.
Good evening, nurse. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed, the new surgeon here at the Pembroke.
Dr. Swansea has already told us about you, sir. I'm Nurse Gwyneth Brannigan. Welcome to the Pembroke Hospital.
Did he really? It's a good thing I wasn't hoping to keep a low profile.
All members of staff have already read about your new blood transfusion technique. Dr. Swansea made sure of that.
I see. Well, I'm a little surprised, but I suppose I'll just have to deal with this unexpected notoriety.
You must know, blood transfusions are Dr. Swansea's primary subject of research. He is convinced it is the future.
Conte-me sobre a equipe.
I'm not familiar with all the staff yet. Perhaps you could help me.
Brilliant professionals, most of them. Dr. Swansea has a gift for recruiting talent.
Most of them. Is there a problem I should know about, nurse?
It would be inappropriate for me to speak ill of a colleague.
Melhor falar.
Nurse Brannigan, if you do know something, please tell me. Anything you say will be held in confidence.
No. I may disagree with some conduct, but in the end, everybody is doing their best.
Is there anyone that stands out?
Well, I have never met someone as dedicated as Dr. Tippets. He should be a standard for us all here. If only he were younger.
Why should his age be a problem?
I guess it's fair to say he's always pushing himself to the limits. He just doesn't know when to stop and get some rest.
O que ela sabe dele aqui? Corcoran está exausto, mas recusa-se a parar de trabalhar. Tá ok. E como é que tá por aqui?
How are things here?
Not good, to say the least. We're struggling against an invisible enemy, more lethal than any bullet from a gun. It's hard, Doctor.
Como assim invisível?
An invisible enemy? Quite a poetic term for a disease, especially from a nurse.
Sorry, Doctor. These last few weeks have been exhausting. We could all do with a good night's sleep.
Tá.
Do you think this hospital can survive the epidemic?
We are all volunteers here, and we're trying to hold fast, but how do we beat an invisible killer? Some nurses have already resigned.
Certo. Oh, não.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Engraçado, achei que tivesse alguma coisa pra desbloquear dela. Scal furtivo. Level 6 e só level 4. Bom. Eu tenho pontos de sangue pra gastar, né? Vamos lá. Vareta de chumbo. Eu não acredito que eu vim até aqui por causa de uma vareta de chumbo, não. Pera aí. Caramba. Era pra não ter usado ali. Tô sem sangue agora. Deixa eu ver se eu acho um skull sozinho aqui. Pronto. Apanhe um pouquinho, mas se for necessário. Eles estão lá dentro. Eles não viram esse vampiro aqui fora. Tá, vamos pra lá. Que o negócio legal até ali. Eu sei, foi legal. Quem é que eles estavam atacando aqui? Fotografia e uma carteira. Uma fotografia de um casal feliz com algumas palavras escritas no verso. Milton e Pipa para sempre. É, Milton. Parece que eu achei sua carteira. Tá, vou devolver lá pro Milton a carteira dele. Mas que corridazinha marota, hein?
Good evening.
Falei com você já?
Good evening, Doctor.
Oh! Tippett tem uma grande consideração por você.
Why does Dr. Tippett claim you're the main reason he keeps working, despite his fatigue?
If it wasn't for him, I probably would have left the Pembroke years ago.
Dr. Tippett does not think of you as just a nurse anymore, does he?
If you're suggesting he's not taking my gender into consideration when it comes to medical practice and knowledge, I really hope he doesn't.
Que legal.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Desculpa forçar a barra, porque o negócio aqui tá tenso. Ei, cara, achei sua carteira.
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
Sim, encontrei sua carteira.
I have some good news, Milton.
What? The epidemic's over?
I retrieved your wallet, with all the money and a certain picture.
Well, yeah, Pippa Hawkins is my girl. So what? Is it the difference of skin colour that bothers you?
Not at all, Milton.
Good. Please, take this money anyway. To remind you to keep your mouth shut. Not everybody's as broad-minded as you, Dr. Reed.
Ainda me deu uma grana. Ainda vou conhecer a Pipa. Quer dizer que aqui já é, tipo, formando casaizinho, será? Ou é informando que é mais fácil conseguir as pistas entre eles.
Goodbye, Milton.
Aliás, desbloqueou alguma
Good
coisa?
evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save
What's going on between you and Nurse Hawkins?
Pippa's tired. Tired of all this shit. Tired of all those corpses piling up. She's as depressed as I am.
During the war, I witnessed a few couples, just like you, come together in difficult circumstances. It can be very damaging.
Maybe you're right. But we support each other. And that's all that matters.
You do realize you could both get fired. Hospital staff are not meant to have intimate relationships with one another.
Come on, Dr. Reed. Do you know how many rules are broken in this hospital every day just to keep it running? There's nothing wrong with what we're doing.
Goodbye, Milton.
Impressionante, eu levei uma porrada de dano gravado.
Good evening, nurse.
Good evening, Doctor. I don't think we've been introduced yet. My name is Pippa Hawkins.
And I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Dr. Swansea has recently offered me a position in this hospital.
Well, it's a euphemism that your help will be appreciated, Doctor.
How is the Pembrook staff coping with the epidemic?
Well, not well. Milton, the ambulance driver, is even more grumpy than usual, especially concerning doctors.
Por quê?
Why does Milton dislike doctors?
I don't know. Just ask him. But be warned, Milton is not the chatty type.
Why is Milton grumpy on a daily basis? Is it just an act?
Milton's not the kind of man who's bothered about a bad reputation, whether he deserved it or not.
Entendi. E há quanto tempo você é enfermeira?
How long have you been a nurse?
Well, long enough to see that the epidemic is winning. And no matter how qualified you are, don't tell me you'll change that.
You'd be surprised what dedication can achieve, Nurse Hawkins. In medicine, sometimes we're just a test result away from a miracle.
Sorry, Doctor. I don't want to sound bitter, but I'm just too tired to give a pep talk like Nurse Brannigan.
Certo.
How would you describe the situation at the Pembroke Hospital?
It's serious. The flu is wreaking havoc amongst the staff and patients. We are running out of everything.
Nurse Hawkins, the Spanish flu won't last forever. Even the Black Plague didn't kill everyone.
I wish I could believe you. But what if this epidemic was worse? What if in the end, nobody was spared?
Não se deixa bater.
You must get a hold of yourself, nurse.
Sorry, I'm exhausted. No one has any idea when this epidemic will be over.
How long have you...
Well, long enough to see...
You'd be surprised.
Sorry, Doc.
Ele repete a minha escolha. Não importa muito o que eu tenha feito.
Pepper, I know you're very close to Milton Hooks.
Yes, Milton Hooks is my man. If you want to report me for that, just feel free, Doctor.
I have no intention of reporting you, Nurse Hawkins. But are you aware of the risks?
The rules say I won't be allowed to work as a nurse anymore. But here at the Pembrook, we break rules all the time.
Is he worth the risk?
Hey, I'm no perfect woman, and Milton is not the finest bloke. But we do our best to get by. That's all any of us can hope for nowadays.
Bonitinho. Não abriu nada. Mas abriu o dele aqui. O dele é Milton e enfermeira Rox são um casal. A reputação de Milton é medíocre entre seus colegas.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins. Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon at the Pembroock Hospital. And who are you?
Your name has no meaning to me, mortal. You're nothing but dust blown by the winds of eternity.
I beg your pardon?
What are you begging for, mortal? My clemency? Well, tonight maybe I'm inclined to mercy. You'll never forget the night you met Thelma Howcroft.
You keep calling me mortal. Why is that? And if I'm mortal, what are you?
Well, Dr. Reed, if you must know, I'm a vampire.
Oh.
Who are you really, Miss Howcroft? I mean, apart from being a vampire.
Is that not enough for you, puny mortal? What do you require? Proof of my powers?
I'm curious to know who you were before becoming a vampire.
No, it was such a long time ago, I don't remember. Centuries of unholy life can have strange effects on one's minds, you see?
I'm assuming you must be a patient here. Am I right, Miss Howcroft?
It's only a cover. To hide from my enemies. I can leave whenever I want. As a woman, a spirit, fog, or bat.
Legal, ela mencionou tudo que gangrel faz. Mas que inimigos?
Who are these enemies you mentioned? Can you describe them?
I cannot say for sure. But I sense their eyes on me from nearby. I feel them watching me every time I visit the garden near the morgue.
The staff here are not your enemy. They're here to help you, to care for you.
I'm not speaking of the doctors in white. I'm speaking of the men and women who hunt me, for I am a vampire.
I see. Don't worry. These people will not find you here. I'll personally make sure they leave you alone.
Thank you, mortal, but do not interfere with them, for you are no match for those that hunt me.
Pode deixar.
And why do you believe you're a vampire?
I don't need to believe anything. It is what I am. It is what I feel within this hollow shell of flesh.
I see. Have you ever heard of Cotard syndrome, Miss Howcroft?
Never.
It's a mental illness discovered by a French neurologist named Jules Cotard. The affected patients are delusional. They believe that they are putrefying, that they are dead, a ghost or a ghoul. Or in your case, a vampire.
Delusional, you say? Oh, sad and petty mortal. You can't even begin to understand the concept of immortality. And you think it is I who am delusional.
Então me descreva.
Please, describe to me how you feel. What is it like to be a vampire?
I can hear my body crumble from the inside as my flesh cracks and fades. I sense the last pulse of pustulant blood within my drying veins. I need new blood.
É bem parecido com o que eu sinto.
Good evening, sir. Can I help you?
Unless you're here to fix my face. No. I don't think you can help me.
I'm Dr. Reed. I've recently taken the position of head surgeon here. War injuries, am I right?
You guessed right, Doctor. German shell took my pretty little mug right off. But they still call me Thomas Elwood.
Ah, legal. E como veio parar aqui?
How is your stay with us, Mr. Elwood?
Oh, it's bliss. I just escaped death in the trenches to be surrounded again by the moans of the dying.
Can I ask you precisely why you're a patient here?
It's the pain, sir. The drugs don't work. It just hurts under the scars, if you get my drift.
E quem tá tratando?
Who is treating you? Is someone in particular looking after your case?
Nobody since the old and tired doctor spoke to me. Started to think I was forgotten about. Wouldn't blame you.
You don't seem worried by that.
My face hurts so much more when I smile or cry. I've learned it's easier not to speak. But be assured I'm smiling inside.
Can I do anything for your pain?
Nurses gave me a bunch of pills. No effect. Told you. It's like the flames are under my skin, burning away.
Where were you stationed, sir? Did you serve for long?
I really don't want to talk about all this shit.
No offense. I was pushing too much. I served in France myself. I just wanted to know what happened to you.
You were an officer, weren't you? Then I doubt we fought the same war, sir. No offense.
How close are you to Miss Horcroft? Are you aware that she thinks she is a vampire?
To wait for her next nibble is the best reason to stay here. Every time she approaches my bed, she treats me like something tasty. A normal person.
Aren't you afraid? She may hurt you if the game goes too far.
She's quite harmless, I can assure you. Her head's broken inside is all. While I'm busted on the outside. But she's still beautiful. Living proof that there's hope for me.
Que bonitinho. Thomas enxerga até uma Horcroft como prova viva de que há esperança para ele. Tem mais duas para ele aqui. A cara dele é arrebentada, né? Ela tem problemas mentais, cara.
You do realize she's mentally disturbed. It's called the Cotard syndrome. She truly believes she's a vampire.
In her madness, she never refers to my scars. And frankly, if I could, I'd join her world. It seems much more fun than the real one.
So do you let her bite you? You know that's not sanitary.
And why not? She's only supping a few drops of me blood. And the pain, it's real for once.
She could decide to bite less willing patients.
Then it's another good reason for me to stay here, Doctor.
William Bishop's blood is much more unstable than human blood and shows extensive mutation. But this is not what happened to me. I must keep on searching. The sun is about to rise. I can feel it. I'll continue tomorrow night. I have so much time now.
Bom, galera, eu vou deixando esse vídeo por aqui. Quem gostou, dá um like, favorita o vídeo, compartilha ele com os amigos, deixa aí o seu comentário avaliando. Eu vou dar uma continuada por aqui. Claro, vou continuar dessa parte amanhã. E eu espero muito que vocês acompanhem comigo. Então é isso, beleza, Lewi? Abraço para todos vocês. Tchau! Querido Jonathan, pedi a enfermeira Crane para providenciar o escritório para você no 2º andar. Por favor, releve a decoração simples, pois o Hospital Pembroock está longe de ser um The Ritz. Lamento por deixá-lo conhecer esse escritório sozinho, mas preciso dormir um pouco antes de voltar ao trabalho. Afinal, eu sou um mero mortal. Também pedi que o deixasse descansar e que nenhum funcionário entrasse na sua sala. Você poderá dormir o dia inteiro sem ser perturbado e trabalhar à noite sem levantar suspeitas. Receio que o lugar seja um tanto bagunçado. mas você pode liberadamente para conduzir. Mas você terá liberdade para conduzir seus experimentos no seu próprio ritmo. Você também verá que há uma janela aberta, com um andaime que permite entrar e sair do hospital sem ser notado. Imagina o quão novo e perturbador tudo isso deve ser para você, acredite. Estudei sua espécie o suficiente para entender que você está enfrentando e sentindo nesse momento. Não se preocupe, farei o que for possível para ajudá-lo com a situação. Saiba que não está sozinho nisso. Estou feliz por tê-lo conhecido nesses tempos sombrios que todos nós estamos enfrentando. Espero que nossa futura parceria gere bons frutos. Bem-vindo a Pembroock, meu caro colega. Conversaremos em breve. Atenciosamente, Edgar Griffith Sansué. Bom, vamos lá. Sentadinho aqui para gravar.